Hello everybody, welcome back to accounts class. So today we are going to solve passing the journal entries under forfeited shares and reissue of the shares. In the previous session I have explained you about we have done the problems related to oversubscription. Now this problem is just it's a normal problem without any oversubscription, so which is issued at par. The problem related to issued at par. Okay, let me read the question. X Company Limited issued 10,000 shares of 100 rupees each. The amount was payable as follows: 10 rupees on application, rupees 40 on allotment, and rupees 50 on first and final call. The money was duly received except the first call and final call on 2,000 shares. The directors forfeited these shares and reissued at 80 rupees per share as fully paid up. So total number of shares that they have issued is 10,000 shares and one share price is 100 rupees. So one share, each share price is 100 rupees. This 100 rupees is divided and collected in 10 rupees in application stage, 40 rupees in allotment stage, 50 rupees in first and final call. If you add all these three stages, 10 rupees plus 40, 50 rupees, 50 plus 50, 100. So if you add all the three stages amount, the total will come to the value of the share. Okay. So in this they have forfeited 2,000 shares which is not paid. That is, calls in arrears is 2,000 on 2,000 shares, and these shares have been cancelled. That is what forfeited, and then they have reissued at 80 rupees per share. So we will pass on the journal entries for this problem. Okay, so this is the format in the books journal entries in the books of in the books of X Company Limited. So we need to pass the journal entries in the books of X Company Limited: date, particular, ledger folio, debit and credit. So first entry belongs to the application. So application stage, we will be receiving the application money. So we will start with bank account. Bank account, debtor to share application account. Application account. Narration being application money received. Okay, so here we are just receiving the application money. There is no excess applications, nothing. They are issuing 10,000 shares and they are receiving only 10,000 shares applications, so no extra. So directly take 10,000 shares and application cost is 10 rupees. Okay, so it will come up to 1 lakh. So 10,000 into 10, it is 1 lakh. Okay, so this is the application money received entry. Next, the application money transfer entry we have to show. So here, share application account debtor to share capital account. Narration being application money transferred to share capital account. And here also same amount we are transferring, 10,000 into 10 rupees application money. So it is 1 lakh. Okay, so we are transferring 1 lakh for share capital account. Next, going to the next stage is allotment. No adjustment in allotment stage. So first we have to show allotment money due. So for allotment money due, share allotment account, share allotment account debtor to share capital account, share capital account. Narration being allotment money due. We have not yet received, so that is due. So 10,000 shares are there into allotment price is 40 rupees. So 10,000 into 40 rupees, it will come up to 4 lakhs. 4 lakhs. So this is allotment money due. Next, going to the allotment money received. So what is the entry for allotment money received? That is the fourth entry. So when we are receiving, obviously bank account will be coming. Bank account debtor to, we are receiving allotment money, so share allotment account credited. Okay. Narration for this being allotment money received, allotment money received. So all 10,000 shares amount has been received. So we have to multiply 10,000 into 40 rupees is the allotment stage money. So total it comes up to 4 lakhs. 4 lakhs. Okay. Next, once the allotment stage is completed, next moving on to call. First and final call entry. So first we have to show the due amount. So first we will show share first and final call, first and final call account debtor to share capital account, share capital account. Narration being first and final call amount due or money due. So 10,000 shares are there. 10,000 into first and final call amount is 50 rupees. So 50 rupees you will get almost 5 lakhs. 10,000 into 50. It is 5 lakhs. So 5 lakhs is the amount that they are expecting to receive at the first and final call. Let me see how much they are receiving in the next entry. This is the amount due is 5 lakhs. Out of 5 lakhs, how much they will receive, that we have to show in the next entry. So when they are receiving the call money, obviously bank account will be debited. And they have clearly given in the question 2,000 shares were not paid. So calls in arrears is created. So calls in arrears account debtor to share first and final call account, first and final call account. Okay. So being share first and final call money received. So on the total number of shares that they have to receive is 10,000 actually, on 10,000 shares, but 2,000 shares amount they have not received. So 2,000 is the calls in arrears shares is 2,000 into 50. So in this 10,000 minus 2,000, remaining is 8,000. So 8,000 shares amount they are received. So 8,000 into 50. And here it will be 10,000 into 50. Okay. So here it is 5 lakhs. 8,000 into 50, you will be getting 4 lakhs. And this is 2,000 into 50, 1 lakh. So this is the calls in arrears entry. When they are receiving the first call money, they have clearly mentioned in the question that 2,000 shares, the money was duly received except the first and final call on 2,000 shares. So in first and final call, 2,000 shares amount they have not received. That 2,000 shares becomes the calls in arrears. Okay. So this one 2,000 into 50. 50 is the first and final call amount. 50 rupees they are going to charge for first and final call. So that amount only we have to multiply here. 2,000 shares into 50 rupees. Out of 10,000, 2,000 have not paid. So how many have paid? 8,000 shares have been paid. 10,000 minus 2,000, 8,000 shares amount has been paid. Each share is like 50 rupees they have paid. Okay. So this is the entry for call money received. Next, moving on to the 2,000 shares which is been forfeited. So we have to pass the entry. Share capital account, debtor to forfeited account, forfeited shares account to calls in arrears, calls in arrears. Okay. When it comes here, we will be calculating all the amount on the shares 2,000 which is not paid. Once the calls in arrears is created from the entry of forfeited shares, once the share has been cancelled, when the shares have been cancelled, that is forfeited shares entry when it starts, from here we will be calculating on only forfeited shares on number of forfeited shares, that is calls in arrears shares. How many shares they have not paid? 2,000 shares amount is not paid. So we will calculate on 2,000 share only. Okay, which is not paid. So calls in arrear was created in first and final call. So first and final call amount is 50 rupees. So it is multiplied here by 50. And actual amount, actual per share is 100 rupees. And how do you calculate forfeited shares amount? I have told you application plus allotment money. If you add, you will get it. Application is 10 rupees. Allotment is 40. So total it is 50 rupees. This is how you are going to calculate the amount here. Number of shares and amount. Narration for this being 2,000 shares are forfeited for non-payment, of call money. Okay. So when you do the calculation for this, 2,000 into 100, this comes 2 lakhs. And here 2,000 into 50, 1 lakh. 1 lakh, 1 lakh. 1 lakh forfeited shares amount is there. 1 lakh calls in arrears is also there. Okay. So this is the entry for the forfeiting the shares. Once the forfeited shares is done, then we will go to the reissue. Reissue of shares. When they reissue, obviously it is through the bank. They receive some amount. So bank account is debited. Next, forfeited account also will be debited. Forfeited shares account debtor to share capital account. Narration being reissue of forfeited shares. Forfeited shares. So number of forfeited shares is 2000 shares they have forfeited and they have issued at rupees 80. Okay, but actual value of that shares are 100 rupees per share. So how much they have to adjust here? 2000 forfeited shares value, how much they will adjust here? 100 minus 80, that is 20 rupees they have to adjust. 20 into 2000. Okay, so here 2000 into 80, they are receiving 1,60,000. 2000 into 20, 40,000. 2000 into 100, 2 lakhs. So this is the final amount. So forfeited share value, how much they need to adjust is 40,000 they have to adjust once after reissuing. Okay, so previously the in forfeited shares account there is 1 lakh. With this 1 lakh they are going to adjust the 40,000. So that we are going to show it in the next entry, that is the last entry. After once it is adjusted, remaining amount will be transferred to the capital reserves. Forfeited shares account debtor to capital reserves account. Narration being forfeited shares transferred to capital reserves. So how do you calculate this one? First we need to take the forfeited value. The first entry of forfeited values amount is 1 lakh. The first entry is here, right? Once when we did the forfeited entry, the first amount that we are going to take 1 lakh minus, in the second entry again we have forfeited value here 40,000. So 40,000. 1 lakh minus 40,000, remaining is 60,000. So 60,000 is the final amount that they are transferring to the capital reserves. Okay, so this we are calculating from the forfeited account only. Here the forfeited entry, the first entry, what will be the amount here that we have to take, and the next entry, what is the total amount of forfeited shares that we have to take. 1 lakh minus 40,000, it is 60,000 is the final amount that they are going to transfer to capital reserves. So this is the final problem here. So this is based on the issue of share at par. Issue of share at par means issuing the share value at the market value. The face value of the share will be equal to the market price. That is what the issue at par. This is a very simple problem based on the forfeited shares. Okay, so this is allotment, sorry, this comes under the application money received, application money transferred, then allotment due, after that allotment money received, then come call money due, call money received. In this, calls in arrears will be created. From here you should keep a note how the entries will be changing. Once the calls in arrears is created, the next entry which is going to be forfeited, here you are going to take only the number of shares which has been cancelled. You should not take the total number of shares 10,000, where we have calculated here everything on 10,000. But from the entry where you are going to do the forfeited of the shares, there onwards you will take only the number of shares which is cancelled, that is forfeited. all these 3 entries. Learn the calculation. Okay. Any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching the video. Have a nice day.